Really? Is this really what happened? Alright, so, Spider-Man's back in the MCU, I guess. Well, why couldn't they do this in... why did we have to go through all this? Okay, so let me break it down a bit. If you weren't aware, Spider-Man, he was in the MCU, then Marvel and Sony could not reach an agreement, and they had parted ways, but now we're getting reports that they have in fact rejoined, and will be producing they will be producing one more Spider-Man movie, and Spider-Man will also have one more appearance in another MCU movie. So, what does all of this mean? So here's the thing. I think that this actually isn't I don't know that we should necessarily be celebrating too much yet, because pay attention to what I just said. He's currently only scheduled to have one more movie being made by both Marvel and Sony, and Spider-Man's only going to be in one more other MCU movie. So, honestly, this could just be them saying, yeah, we're done, but, we don't want to leave it too abrupt, so we'll do, one more. Oh yeah, and by the way, the reason they couldn't come to an agreement was because I think Marvel wanted to have a 50-50 split of the revenue, and they also wanted to have a 50-50 co-financing agreement. So basically, they would get 5% of the revenue before, and Sony would pay for it all, and Kevin Feige would come and help produce the movie. That was the case for Homecoming and Far From Home. And so I don't necessarily want to get back into it, but I was kind of on Sony's side because basically, people are like, but Disney wants to help finance it too, so what's the problem? But what you don't understand is that if they're gonna help finance it, then they're gonna have more control over the character. And if you're Sony, why would you agree to that? So I don't know. That's basically my summary of that whole thing. But yeah. So now they've come to a bit of an agreement. I think now, like I said before, now they're gonna get 25% of the revenue, and yeah. So, and I don't think Sony's not giving up control of the character, obviously. So yeah, it's just I'm not sure. Here's the thing. This could be either one of two things. I think, right. It could be that, like I said before, that they're just like, okay, we're done, but let's not leave this as abrupt, right? Because if you saw the end of Far From Home, they were totally setting Spider-Man up to be the new face of the MCU, and and now they're that wasn't gonna be the case anymore. So I assume in this next movie, I guess it'll probably end with Spider-Man being like, you know what? I think I should stay being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I don't necessarily need to be in the Avengers or anything like that. I think I just want to stay home. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to go on awesome adventures with the guys in space and stuff, but I think I should just stay as a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna do some weird goofy thing to make it not as abrupt and weird that now Spider-Man isn't gonna show up in the next Avengers movie or whatever. So it could be that, or they might have just had a short-term agreement because they still want to maybe come to some other agreement, some other long-term agreement, right? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not too. I honestly wasn't really all that bothered if Spider-Man wasn't going to be in the MCU. Like, like I said before, I mean, all things being considered, yes, I'd rather him stay in the MCU, but like, I still think like we could get good Spider-Man movies with them not being in the MCU, and I'm kind of at the point now where I don't like. I kind of want other universes or like more standalone universes that don't have to be, these giant cinematic universes, right, with all these different characters. Although even if Spider-Man wasn't in the MCU, he'd still be in like the Venom verse with Venom and Morbius and all that. And actually, yeah, speaking of Morbius, also what kind of makes me think that that they might be set. Well, okay, so here, so Kevin Feige put out a really weird quote. He he basically said that Spider-Man is like the only character that's going to be able to travel between universes. So that's like, what? What, you can't just throw that out there, Feige. So like, then that makes me wonder, like, so are they basically in the next few movies gonna try to set up Spider-Man no longer being in the MCU so that then he can come into the Venomverse and have it not be as jarring, or like are Sony and Marvel gonna play nice with each other so that Spider-Man can just be in both universes? It's really weird. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just found out about this and I just wanted to ramble on about it. But what do you guys think? Do you think that that we're good? That Venom, or sorry, that Marvel and Sony are gonna work together from now on, be pals, or do you think that, like, are you kind of a bit skeptical like me and think that maybe they are positioning Spider-Man to no longer be in the MCU? I don't know, but either way, if you have any thoughts, leave them in the comments below. Bye.